This trick is easy to learn, yet will deceive even the most skeptical of spectators. This is the card trick that fools magicians. The magician takes a box of cards and opens them up. He then gives the cards a riffle shuffle, mixing up the order of all the cards. After that, he then turns the deck over and displays the cards to the spectator so that they know that all the cards are not set up in any particular order and are all different. The magician then squares up the deck and instructs the spectator to roughly cut half the cards off the top of the deck. This splits the deck into two piles. The magician then tells the spectator to pick up the bottom pile and give it a shuffle of their own, further mixing up the cards. The spectator shuffles the cards thoroughly. The magician then takes back the cards and asks the spectator to choose any card that they like. This is a genuinely free choice. In this case, the spectator has chosen the 5 of spades. The magician then puts the spectator's card roughly halfway down in the pile. He performs no funny moves. These cards are then placed under the box so the magician cannot touch them. The magician then tells the spectator to take the other half of the deck, which was shuffled at the beginning of the trick. He tells the spectator to deal down cards onto the table, and whenever the spectator likes, he can stop. The spectator starts dealing, changing his mind where to stop. Eventually the spectator is happy and stops dealing. The magician shows that had the spectator stopped one card before, it would have been the Jack of Hearts. One card after, it would have been the 10 of Spades. But instead, he stopped on the 7 of Hearts. This was a genuinely free choice. The magician tells the spectator to pick up the cards from under the box, and he says that the 7th card down will be the spectator's card. The spectator counts down 6 cards. The 7th card is the 5 of spades, as the magician predicted. The beauty of this trick is that it's almost self-working, yet is so powerful I've fooled magicians with it. Take out all the 6s and 7s from the deck. Then take the rest of the deck and place a random card on the table. Then take a 6 or 7, and then a random card, and then a 6 or 7, and so on. This means that we have a stack of cards which goes from a random card, then a 6 or 7, then a random card, then a 6 or 7, etc. Then turn all the cards over and place a random card on the top as shown. This is very important. Now place all these cards on the top of the deck. To begin, take the cards out of the box. The stack of cards will be on the top as shown. Give the cards a false cut or shuffle if you like. However, you can also just leave them as they are, as they look shuffled already. Just make sure that the stack of 6s and 7s remains on the top. Tell the spectator to cut half the cards off the top. Take the bottom pile and give them to the spectator to shuffle. This is fine because it does not mix up the stack of 6s and 7s. Now, in the action of spreading the cards and letting the spectator choose one, count off 6 cards and then get a break. This is very simple. Simply push 6 cards into your other hand, then keep a finger under those cards. This will create a 6-card break. The spectator will choose a card, simply maintain the break, then split the cards off from that break and get the spectator to put their card into the pile as shown. Place the 6 cards on top of the spectator's card. This will mean that the spectator's card is now 7th from the top in that pile. This might seem risky, but to the spectator, it looks as if you're randomly putting their card back into the pile. Now place all the cards under the box. Tell the spectator to pick up the other cards and start to deal them. Remember that every other card is a 6 or a 7, so when the spectator deals a random card, think no, and when they deal a 6 or a 7, think yes. For example, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. The spectator stopped on a yes card, so simply turn that card over. Had they landed on a no card, as shown, then you would simply take the next card down, as was done in the performance of this video, and say that that is the spectator's chosen card. This way, it doesn't matter where the spectator stops dealing, they will always select a yes card, which is a 6 or a 7. You can show that the card after was an ace, and the card before was a king. Because it is a 7, simply deal off 7 cards from under the box, and the 7th card will be the spectator's. If the spectator landed on a 6, not a 7, as shown, then you would deal off 6 cards, and then say that the 7th card is the spectator's. Either way, they will always deal down 7 cards and land on your prediction, which is their card.